Well, hello everyone again. This is Rock Liveset 2 tutorial, and as promised, I released this on the Boss Tone Exchange a couple days ago, and I posted a video, but apparently when I did it up on YouTube, it didn't include the audio. So I'm recreating it for you guys, and got to cover a couple other things I think that you might find interesting. So in Rock Liveset 2, we've got Liveset 1, all of the presets from that, plus all the new ones that I've added in here. And I'm going to go through these with you, tell you how to use them, give you an idea of what they sound like. These, again, they all follow the 3-channel type of rig that I use, where I've got a clean amp, I've got a dirty amp, okay, and whoops, looks like I got disconnected there. Where I've got a clean amp, crunch amp, and then I can engage on that crunch amp a third stage, right, which gives me an additional gain stage and enables a solo switch. So this is true for all of my presets. It uses that format, and I will kind of want to put this out there. On all of my presets, because I use these live, they tend to have the same amps in them. So you can feel free to modify the amps and all that stuff to suit your needs for, like, say, recording or anything like that. But in my world, you know, these are designed for live performances so that my tone basically stays mostly consistent, right? So I don't drive my sound guy crazy. Okay, so let's talk about Trademark. This is an Eric Johnson song off of his Via Musicom album. Eric's a Grammy Award-winning guitar player. I'm sure you've heard of his name. A very distinct tone, and this kind of captures that. So for this one, for Trademark, kind of starts off like... Right, so it's got kind of that clean sound. I'm using my bridge pickup and my middle pickup in the 4th position to kind of get that sound. My tone is back to about 5 or so, all right? And that'll kind of get you in the mode of Eric Johnson. When he kicks in the crunch drive, you know, Eric's tone is kind of very similar to... you know, it's very delayed, intensive, very reverb intensive. Right? And then he switches back to the little kind of neat little... Right, and then on to his crunch sound again. And I'm just gonna, you know, he's got a very overdriven sound, but it's smooth, right? So where we back off on the tone knob to kind of get this, you can kind of dial it in from there, but right, so that'll give you kind of that Eric Johnson sound, and you can play around with it. All right, More Than a Feeling. This is a cool one, right? Written by Boston way back when, still to this day, one of the top-selling albums of all time. And it starts out with a clean tone. I've got just the reverb and a chorus on to kind of match that. Again, in the 4th position, bridge and tone, bridge and middle pickups as well. Okay, you get the idea there. You could probably do it in the bridge position depending on what kind of a humbucker you have. It'll give you a little bit more of a fatter sound if you do that, but your choice. And then we've got his the heavy sound, the crunch sound. Right? And then we've got the lead sound. Now this particular patch implements a harmonizer, right? Because if you know anything about Boston, Tom Schultz and Barry Goudreau, they love their harmonies. So the harmonizer engages a momentary thing. And the reason for this is you can either use the option of keeping it on the whole time, just step on it the whole time while you're doing the solo, or you can do it the way the record is, where they sometimes kick in the harmony and then there's just a lead kind of going on over that. Okay, so I think for this one, we'll, let's see. Okay, that gives you an idea. And then he kicks it in even. And it goes back into the clean part. Okay, so again, there's your harmonizer part. Have fun with that. And on the harmonizer, right, for any harmonizer you use, you got to set the key. So this one, to thicken up the sound, to make it more of that Boston Rockman type of sound, what I did is I used the two stereo voices, right? But I've got one of the voices in unison with my own signal, right? So that kind of thickens it up, gives it a little bit more of a chorusy effect. And then the harmony up top is a third above, right? And that's, again, this is what it kind of sounds like. So you can see in some notes, it doesn't capture it quite on, and that's just the way that this harmonizer works, but most people won't be able to tell the difference. Okay, there you go. And you'll notice that the harmonized signal, the harmonized part, is a little bit lower. And the reason for that is, well, that some of those notes that don't quite fit, like you got to pick these things and you got to make sure you're getting a good signal. Otherwise, what will happen is the harmonizer will kind of take a guess at it. You might not get the right note. All right, Peace of Mind, I think, was another Boston song I had on here. Let's see. This one, I think, was... right, and then you got the little part that comes in. I think it's something like this. Well, actually, you can harmonize it. Right? And then the solo kicks in. And then he gets this part up here. I think it's something like... And then you get the harmonized part. So that should work well for you, and you can have fun with that. Still of the Night by Whitesnake. This one's kind of interesting, right? So you can play